So here's the thing. In most cases, bus drivers are not supposed to back their buses or reverse their buses, especially while out in the field. I've operated for school bus companies, 2 transit systems out here in Sacramento, California, and the school bus companies that I operated for were in my hometown, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And one thing that was consistent was that you never back the bus. But that's kind of dishonest because we didn't never ever back the bus. There were certain situations where we would back the bus, but there were specific protocols and procedures in place for us when we did have to back the bus. So let's take a look at this video in which we are going to react and have a little conversation about this situation. I'll give you my thoughts. It's a skit, but it's made to look like real life. And you know, to be fair, it is a positive video. It is to spread positivity and to inspire someone to do something nice for someone. However, the situation is just completely ridiculous, and I must speak out as a bus driver.
Don't ever do that again.
Something incredible happened when these people pushed this old woman out of the way as they rushed to be the first on the bus. The driver noticed and was unhappy with the way they treated the old woman, so instead of stopping, he drove backwards and stopped. As everyone rushed to meet him, he drove forward and stopped again. What? He continued doing this until they were tired and couldn't chase the bus again.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
The driver then stopped the bus, came down, and helped the old woman get on the bus. Once the old woman was comfortable, he drove off, leaving the other people behind. And if you think he did the right thing, subscribe.
No, just no. Absolutely no. N-O. K-N-O-W. Every form of no. I can't subscribe then, I guess. I'm not able to subscribe to this because he did not do the right thing. That was completely unsafe.
He ain't lying.
Okay, first of all, these people are absolute savages for pushing. It's not funny. But this is a skit, so the skit was funny. But in real life, it wouldn't be funny. They pushed this lady out the way to get on the bus first. In general, it is not my experience as a bus operator to have witnessed people pushing senior citizens and elderly people out of the way in order to get on the bus first. In most cases, people are very courteous and compassionate, and they'll see to it that the senior citizens and people with disabilities get on the bus first. Okay, so what the driver is doing right here, reversing the bus and going forward and reversing the bus, that is incredibly dangerous to do in real life while people are right beside your bus. You do not want to move your bus while there's a crowd of people on the side of your bus. It is very dangerous, and some people are not that smart. They will reach out and try and grab onto the bus, lean on the bus, all sorts of stuff. This is a no-no, okay? I'm talking to anyone that thinks this is okay. I'm talking to you like you're a toddler. This is a no-no. Seeing this scene gave me anxiety, and I know this is a skit, and I know they meant well with this skit, but this is horrible writing. Now, I don't know, maybe in whatever country this skit was filmed in, this is okay. It's not in North America, though, clearly, but whatever country this is in, if you can identify it, let me know. Is it okay for the public transport or public transportation bus drivers to go in reverse, to drive their bus backwards and forward while there's a crowd of people surrounding the bus in order to teach them a lesson? Let me know if that's okay. Is that how things are done in this particular country featured in the video? Man, if somebody trips or falls and falls underneath the bus, gets ran over by the bus, like, oh my goodness. So my next question is, how many times did the bus driver put the bus into reverse?
As everyone rushed to meet him, he drove forward and stopped again. He continued doing this until they were tired and couldn't chase the bus again.
See that? They said he kept doing it until the people got tired and couldn't chase the bus anymore. Why were they chasing after this bus? You stand at the bus stop and let the bus stop. Why are you chasing the bus back and forth? It was just poor judgment calls all across the board right here. So it said that he helped the lady onto the bus, and once she was comfortable, he drove off and left everyone.
Helped the old woman get on the bus. Once the old woman was comfortable, he drove off, leaving the other people behind.
We typically cannot do that, even though I will say, when I read the comments under a lot of videos featuring buses and public transportation, most people will have you believe that like 100% of the time we are leaving everyone at bus stops. We are passing up everybody. We never pick up anyone. People are like, you bus drivers are always passing everybody up. Nah, the majority of the people get onto the bus. There are some situations where people are passed up. And there's a lot of different reasons. Sometimes it is the fault of the bus driver. Sometimes it's the fault of the passenger. But in a situation like this, generally, at least here in Sacramento, we can't just leave a whole group of people behind because we're upset at them. Now, whoever initially pushed this lady to the ground, we would also call that in, and that person could potentially get into a lot of trouble, because if the lady wants to press charges for assault, then hey, the police will show up and charges could be brought up on that person. So that's actually quite serious to push somebody down at a bus stop, especially a senior citizen that can potentially have a disability. And a lot of people think this is real. This is a skit, but it's made to look like a real situation. And some people think it's a real situation. Let's take a look at some of the comments.
I'm not sure I'm interested in that. No, I am sure. I am not interested in that.
God job, the driver, he helped the old woman. Thank you, Lord, and God bless you both. Look at this one. Great job. The driver should get a huge raise for doing this so incredibly well. What? The bus driver is awesome going back and forth. What? No, they're not. That's not what you're supposed to do. Then helping the old woman on the bus. That's a good thing. Helping the old woman on the bus is awesome. He has a good heart. Yeah, he has a good heart, but his brain was not working when he was going back and forth like that with all those people on the side of your bus. You could have seriously injured somebody.
He ain't lying.
A fine lesson in discipline and respect, is it not? I don't know where the discipline is at, because if you're disciplined as a bus driver, you would know that going back and forth like that, especially back, like what if there's cars behind your bus? You're just going to crash into cars reversing your bus. You can't see directly behind you when driving a transit bus. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in a few minutes. But anyway, this comment says, of course the bus driver did the right thing, because those people shouldn't be this rude to the elderly. I agree the people should not be rude to the elderly. That was straight up assault, but the bus driver did not do the right thing by reversing the bus. What is this driver's name? Like to thank him profusely. I love it. Here's a comment that's actually realistic. The driver should be fired. So as I stated earlier, traffic can pull up behind the bus. In most of these transit buses, we cannot see directly behind us. Even if there's a rear window, we don't have one on the Gillick BRT Plus buses that I'm driving today. But even the buses that have a rear window, you still cannot see directly behind you, especially if you're driving a 40-footer, even a 35-footer, even a 30-footer. Okay, take a look at my mirrors here. This is on the driver's side. As you can see, I cannot see directly behind me. So since I cannot see directly behind me while I'm in the driver's seat, there's no reason why I should be reversing the bus, and especially the way it was done in this video. You know, I said that the person did a bad job with writing this skit, but maybe they didn't, because this video got over 256,000 views at the time of me recording this video, this reaction to that video. And the video has over 17,000 likes.